Good afternoon, Mr Deputy Mayor. Sticking with the London Climate Resilience Report for a moment, can I just ask which of the priorities you feel is the highest priority?
I think for us, in relation to the priorities that have been set out, there's a number of things there that are really important. But, you know, Emma was when I met her, she was very clear that, you know, there were equally as priority for London. We spoke about, you know, lots of aspects around how we work with Londoners, a shared mission for London, all of the sort of different priorities that she set out. And, you know, we want to sort of be in a position from the Mayor's perspective to be able to deliver on all of those equally. And, you know, in the forthcoming months and years, hopefully we'll be able to deliver on all of the recommendations.
Thank you for that answer. Now, just continuing with the report, there's about 25 recommendations in there that relate directly to City Hall and about a further 15 or so that relate to the government. Have you had any meetings yet with the Secretary of State or ministers to discuss these recommendations and their implementation?
So I've had a number of meetings with government. So last week I went to meet with Minister Mete Coban around retrofit for London and how we can make sure that we're able to accelerate the retrofit that we need in London to make sure that we're delivering warmer homes for our residents and helping protect some of our most vulnerable residents. I had a meeting with Steve Reed through the UK Mayors Network, where we slightly touched upon the London Resilience Review. It was in a meeting with lots of other mayors too, so it was very limited time to be able to discuss that. I haven't had a specific meeting with government to specifically discuss the review, but one of the things that I've been speaking to the chair about of the review is around how we could sort of engage with government to work together to deliver on that, and hopefully I will flesh that out over the next few weeks and months to make sure that we're able to also report back to the committee at the appropriate moment.
Thank you for that. And final question from me then on this is I echo what Assemblymember Prink said about the transparency and the need to report to keep Londoners updated on that. So on the theme of transparency, later during this meeting we're going to be talking about changing behaviours and how people need to adjust their behaviours to meet the needs of the environment. Over a 2-year period, you racked up 40,000 air miles. Will you be changing your behaviour to meet the environment need?
Yeah, look, I think I'm very clear that the majority of those flights relate to my previous role as Chief Executive of My Life, My Say, where we're standing up for young people across the country, but also globally to stand up for democracy. I don't make any apology for making sure that we're banging the drum for young people at some of the highest levels of institutions, including the United Nations and the White House. Coming into my specific role now, of course I'll be avoiding flights where I don't need to take any flights. Most of them, the ones that you previously mentioned, weren't for leisure. They were mainly for work. And where it's not possible to do that, then of course where it's related to my role with the GLA, I will of course engage in it. But the preference would be that we obviously are able to sort of lead by example, and that's something that I'm committed to.
Thank you. Nothing further, Chair.
Thanks.